Hey everyone. Well, here we are. I can't believe it. It's already been 3 weeks since the game hit global launch at the beginning of December, and honestly, I couldn't even tell you. It hasn't felt like 3 weeks, it's felt more like a week max. And that is because this game is fun. Who would have thought an idle game that's supposed to be something that just keeps your attention a little bit and oh, you log in every few hours and no, this idle game, and not out of necessity, not out of FOMO, not out of fear of anything, just from pure enjoyment and all the things that you can do, I'm logging in for hours every day. I've been playing this game non-stop since the beginning of December, and I've enjoyed every second of it. And that is a rare thing. That is a rare thing for most mobile games, let alone an idle game. So I want to just talk a little bit more about my thoughts. Obviously, it should be pretty clear by now that I'm really hyped up about the game. If you look at my YouTube channel history and see how many videos I've been pumping out, I wouldn't be doing that if I didn't enjoy the game. I really wouldn't. I'm not just sitting here, Sigma grinding away, like whatever. Oh, yeah, it's good. Yeah. No, I do that because I enjoy the game and I want to share that enjoyment with you guys, you know? So yeah, it's a blast. It's a really sick game. I'm just, I my wife and I have played so many mobile games over the years, so many. And as we all know, there's a lot of bad games out there. There's a lot of games that start great and fizzle out. There's a lot of developers that start with good intentions and just don't deliver on their promises. Weak content updates, months and months in between with barely anything, maybe a costume update if you're lucky. And yet here we are in the third week of Go Go Muffin, and it feels like every day something new is happening. Every day some new system unlocks. Every day I have something more to talk about, and every day I have some other thing to do with my friends, with my group, my party in game. And that's the thing. I mean, most idle games, let's just cut to the chase. They're just single player solo experiences. That's really at the end of the day. You're playing an RPG, you're collecting characters if it's a gacha style game, and you're just grinding away by yourself. And maybe if you're lucky, there'll be a couple leaderboards, maybe there'll be some guilds for a little social aspect. But this is the first time I've come across an idle game that has the fully fledged dungeon and upcoming raid system with the Echoes of War, which is 6-man dungeons. When's the last time you've heard of 6-man dungeons in a mobile game? When's the last time you've heard of Holy Trinity in a mobile game? Let alone Holy Trinity in a mobile idle game. Like, I just think back, I just think back. I saw another content creator who created a video doing an early look at the closed beta of Go Go Muffin. And all the comments were totally cynical, like, oh, look at this, just another idle game. And people didn't want to give it the time of day. And let me tell you, those sorry people are missing out. In fact, I would even bet you half of them are playing the game right now, realizing how silly their comments were. And I don't even know where to begin. Like, if you start analyzing all the content this game has, you have the mini events, all the ranking systems, you have server-wide rankings on the slime rampage, you have your dragon bounty with all the leaderboards, all the strategies to push to the maximum DPS output, you have waves of horror with all the optimizations you can do, all of this is, party content. You have the rifts where you collect gear and party up with other people and gear up your character. You have the perilous trials, which are incredibly challenging dungeon fights again that this game has actual mechanics. Like, the boss fights have actual mechanics. People will sometimes refer to this as a mini World of Warcraft because it has so many similar boss fight mechanics. And it's just something you don't see that often. It's just something you don't get to experience. And in the package that it's in, if you're someone who's a little bit busier, you don't have the time to sit there and grind for 14 hours a day in a fully fledged MMO, then honestly, of all the mobile games I've played, including mobile MMOs, name them all. Ni no Kuni Cross Worlds, great game, yes. Black Desert Mobile, yeah, great game. But then you have Go Go Muffin, which offers arguably more complex and involved PvE mechanics than both Ni no Kuni and Black Desert Mobile. And it's an idle game. So you don't even have to, like, the micromanagement, the like having to stay online for multiple hours a day and making sure you're not getting PK'd in the field farming and stuff, like, You don't have to worry about any of that. Yes, some people would say, oh, if the game had a bit of PvP, it'd be more fun, but I don't think this game is a platform for PvP. This game is certainly the platform for competitive PvE, and sort of like, if you had like a guild boss, for example, where you do, guild boss damage rankings, or even like kill speed rankings of some kind, that could be really fun. But just ultimately, at the end of the day, there's just endless stuff to do. And the other thing which is amazing is the amount of min-maxing that's possible here. It's just unbelievable. And like, the biggest way I can explain this is by showing you the rankings. And like, some people will just be like, oh, it's just because you're a whale. But like, look at this. Let me see if I can show you this. So I'm not even that much more powerful than the people below me in the rankings. Like, I'm maybe like 670, and I'm almost double the DPS. Now you might say, oh, that's just because you're a whale. And it's not just that. It's not just that. It's because of the potential that is involved, that exists in the game for taking your build and just redoing and reworking everything to the max, trying new this, trying new that, running a new talent build, swapping out your Melamon moves, upgrading different skills, doing different everything. You just try and try and try and try and try again, and all of a sudden you realize, like, I have the same power as someone else, but I'm doing almost like 1.5 times their damage, just because I've optimized my build better. And this is what I find myself doing time and time again. I spend like multiple hours of the day just running through all the different system Melamon moves, reworking everything. Remember, this is a game where everything can be freely reset. This is so unusual for a game like this, to be able to reset everything for free. There's no penalty. Most of these games, if you wanted to reset any of these systems, you'd take a penalty. You'd get back a percentage of your stats. You'd get the materials used. You wouldn't get a full refund on all of these systems. It's incredible. And it makes trying new things super easy and seamless. And that's what I love about the game. It doesn't punish you for trying new things. It doesn't punish you for wanting to push against the meta. If someone says, oh, this is the meta, this is what you do, the first thing I do is I try to break it. If say, oh, that's the best, okay, well, let me try this then. How's this? The thing with this game is you just never take things at face value. If someone tells you this is the best skill, either number one, try to understand why it's the best skill, or number two, see if you can actually find a better skill than that, because a lot of times you will find something better. You'll find a combination maybe someone else didn't see, and taking advantage of that will put you ahead in the rankings. So anyway, I'm kind of popping off a bit, but I just can't overstress how much fun this game is, especially as someone like I've played all these games. I was in Guild Wars 2. I was in a hardcore World vs. World guild. I was spending 10 hours a day farming World vs. World, doing huge group fights, winning guild vs. guild. I was in World of Warcraft. I was raiding competitively in a world first guild. I'm not going to name it. Don't want to bring up those old ghosts, but I've done all this. People think that, oh, you're playing an idle game and a thing, you're just like a casual gamer. No, this game is interesting enough to me as a hardcore gamer that it continues to deliver and deliver and deliver, and gives me more and more fun things to do that keeps me interested. And that's, to me, again, we're talking about an idle game, for goodness sakes. That's crazy. So like, anyway, like I don't want this to be like a review of the game, like, well, let's start going through the content. Oh, you can do a bit of this, a bit of that. I just wanted to get my raw thoughts out there, because I just can't overstate how good this game is, how much fun it is, like how enjoyable all the min-maxing is, how hard some of the content is for such simple inputs. Like, it does a good job of balancing the mechanics that you do have to actually do multiple attempts to beat a fight sometimes. So yeah, I'm really impressed. Every single day feels like something new is unlocking in the game. The rate of content is incredible. And if you look at the official YouTubes and developer notes of the other versions of the game is live in other versions that have been online longer than the global servers have. I'll tell you what my gut feeling is, because oftentimes you'll see developers start really strong and then slowly lose steam over time, or maybe they make so much money that they stop caring about the players in the game and just start turning it into an absolute money farming machine. But that's not the case here. When you start analyzing and looking at all the stuff the devs are cooking up, it gets better and better and better and better. It always gets better. Every new update they do looks better than the previous one. Every new video they release looks more polished than the previous one. These devs care about the game. They care about the player experience. They care about delivering a quality game, micro gameplay loop, macro gameplay loop. They actually want to make a good game, and I feel that from them. And I'm not just coping. Some people will sit there and say, oh yeah, mobile game devs that care, copium out of your mind. But no, it's not just copium. And if you start playing the game, you'll feel that too. You'll get that sense. You'll understand how much care and attention has gone into this game, how much balancing. Like the fact that there's 6 different class chains per class. There's 5 classes, and it all runs seamlessly. There's nothing that's like obnoxiously annoying to deal with or broken in any unusual way. It all flows well. So honestly, if you're on the fence about trying the game, just try it. If you think it's too idle, oh, it's just another idle game, it's really not. It's really, really not. Trust me, this game has so much more to offer than any other idle game you can name. And again, is so much more approachable than some hardcore, multiple dozens of hours, dozen hours every single day, hardcore MMORPG grind. So if you're looking for that middle ground experience, good mechanics, can still have a life, can go out, can play from your phone when you're out, can come home and play on your PC with the Mumu emulator, which runs the game really smoothly, then look no further. This is the game for you. Don't even second guess it. Don't even second guess it. So hopefully you can pick up my enthusiasm about the game in this video and just understand that if you're considering it even slightly, take my advice, just jump in. This game is the real deal. You won't regret it, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the leaderboards and in-game very soon. So thanks for watching, guys. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there because honestly I haven't done a video like this about the game yet, and I realized I just wanted to make it known that this is a very fun game. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know when the next video is going to be uploaded. And join the Discord if you haven't already. We look forward to seeing you there. Thanks for watching, everyone. Download the game, check it out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.